Alright, this is going to be a video of all of my rod and reel combos. So, we're going to start from the bottom of this rack. Oh no, we'll start from the top all the way to the bottom. So, I've actually got two rods over here. I'm going to put those back on and I'll be right back to you guys. Alrighty, now I've got everything on there. So, here they all are. So we're going to start from the top one. I'll take you over to the tripod and you guys will be able to check it out. Alright, so this is my Penn Rival 30LW combo. It is my catfishing combo. And I'll have to zoom in here a little bit when I'm editing this because this is kind of far away for you guys to see. But I've got this on a Quantum Bill Dance 9-foot catfish rod. I had the reel for it. It was kind of a piece of crap, not built for what I was trying to do. So I sold it for $26, even though it was probably like worth $50. I've got this reel spooled up with 50 pounds Zebco line, about 220 yards worth. I did have to attach two spools because they only come in 150 yard spools. Reel seat clamp on there, or whatever it's called. So this rod it's a 9-foot, medium heavy, fast, line weight 15 to 40 pounds. It can cast half an ounce all the way up to 4 ounces, made in China. God. No hate towards China though. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the next combo. Alright, this is the next combo. This is an H2OX Premier. Here it is. 7 foot 3 inches. H2OX Premier Baitcaster Reel 2. So funny story about H2OX. It is one of my favorite brands of fishing gear made. I've got this spooled up with H2OX 30-pound braid. So this rod, I pretty much use it for all bass fishing. It's a 7.3 heavy fast, 12 to 25 pounds. I've got it spooled up with 30-pound braid. It can cast 3/8 an ounce all the way up to 1.5 ounces. So it's a very heavy duty rod, so you can use it for lots of heavy duty bass fishing. One thing about H2OX Premiers is these handles, these big fat paddle tail handles, I like to call them. They're really nice and foam, so they don't slip. Very nice tension. I like to keep my tension on 2 or 1, but most of the time 2. And then I like to keep this tension spool, I like to loosen it all the way up to where it's almost fall off. Now screw it on, and then see how it's wiggling? I'll tighten it until it doesn't wiggle anymore. Bam, right there. It's not wiggling anymore. So that's how I like to have my tension set up. So yeah, this is the H2OX Premier 7.3 H2OX Premier Reel 2. I'll get the next combo. Alright, this is the next combo. This is another catfishing combo. So this is the Berkley Big Game rod with a size 60 Zebco reel on it. This is the Zebco Verge. So this rod I actually got from Walmart maybe 1 or 2 years ago. I haven't went catfishing very much in a while, so the only fish I've caught on this is a, what's it called? Channel catfish. It was about 8-10 pounds. It's a very good rod. So the line I have on this, the line is H2OX monofilament 40-pound line. This is my lighter catfish combo. Again, if you haven't watched my shorts about the tips about catfishing, this is my catfish rig. I've got my main line. God, you guys can't even see this. I need a cameraman. So I've got my main line down to a swivel. I've got this weight bear on it. Just sliding around. Take this off real quick for you guys. There you go. I got things a little more situated. So I've got my main line. I need to clip this. Don't worry about that. So I've got this 3-ounce flat sinker, free on my line, down to a size or an 8/0 swivel. Got that tied off to 80-pound monofilament leader, so they don't bite through it. It's very thick stuff. Got that down to about a 5 or 6/0 circle hook. Now I use different weight circle hooks or aughts, so that's not my permanent one. But that is my lighter catfish setup, and I'll read the specs to you on the rod in just a second after I put this back on the line thing. By the way, I'm filming this on an iPhone SE, so it's not the best camera quality, but the more subscribers and likes I get, the more money I'll make off of YouTube, and I'll be able to buy better stuff like a chest mount for my phone, so I'll be able to make fishing videos. Because right now, all I can make is shorts. So, the specs on this rod. It is an 8-foot medium heavy, line 12 to 30 pounds. I've got 40 pound on it. The lure weight, it can cast 1 ounce all the way up to 4 ounces. That is the specs on the rod. So I'll go ahead and grab the next combo. This is the next combo. This is another H2OX Premier rod and reel. This is actually the first bait caster I ever got. It is missing a handle. So funny thing about this rod, this one in particular, it's a 7-foot. It's the exact same thing as the other H2OX, 7.3 medium heavy, or not heavy fast. So the eyelet is missing, like the little thing in the eyelet. So the funny thing about that is I got this. This is my first H2OX rod, and then I got a different one. But after a while, the circle in the eyelet came out. So I returned it to Academy, and they were able to give me a new one for free. I traded it out. Well, next day, I'm fishing with my buddy Tucker. His YouTube channel is Country Kid something. I'm fishing with him, and the eyelet comes out. So at that point, I'm just crashing out because I also lost one of my favorite lipless crankbaits, or rattle traps, you haters. So now I'm just committed to being missing. It doesn't hurt anything, I don't think, but if I need to replace it, can you guys please let me know in the comments, because I don't know if it's a big deal or not. But it's the same exact combo. This one, I've got monofilament on it, Zebco line. The reason I use Zebco line a bunch is it's very cheap. Any line in any amount of yards at Walmart is $2.34. $2.34. So this is 15-pound monofilament Zebco line. Spooled up to the top. Same thing as the other rod. Yeah. Next combo. Alright, this next combo, this is my ultralight. 7 foot, and there's actually a lot of storage behind this ultralight. I've got a little reel off of it. So, this ultralight, I got it from Buckeyes actually, and it had a different reel on it. And it says it's a medium heavy, but that is not true at all. There it is compared to my pinky. That is not no medium heavy at all. This is more of a medium light, but I have it on my ultralight, 4-pound line. So I got this from Buckeyes, because Buckeyes actually does sell fishing stuff. And I ended up giving away the reel, and it was a steal. My friend Tucker traded me the reel for that bow up there. I've got a video on that, a YouTube short actually. So, yeah, I went to Binder Lake, Jefferson City yesterday with my father, and I caught 7 bluegill. 2 of them were too small, so I put them in the freezer with all my other catfish bait. Yeah, so that's my ultralight. All right, so this is the next combo. This is a Bass Pro rod, spinning rod, with a Grit Stick Ozark Trail reel on it. Got this one from a friend. I've got this spooled up with 30-pound H2OX braid. This rod here's the specs on it. It's a 6'6" medium action, 1/8 to half an ounce lure weight, 4 to 12-pound line. That's what it's rated for. But I've got 30 on it because I'm not really sure what the line weight affects if you go over, but obviously it hasn't affected me. The eyelet's missing on this one too. This was my dad's rod, but he never used it, and it was just sitting over in the corner, so it's kind of mine now. But cork handle, very nice. Ozark Trail makes some good stuff. They also make some bad stuff. So on to the next combo. All right, so here is the next combo. Sorry about that. This is the Ugly Stick GX2. I've got an ultralight reel on it right now. So the reason I've got an ultralight reel on it is it's light enough to be an ultralight. Like it's light enough to do light stuff. But here's the original reel. It had red line on it, 15-pound, but it was kind of crappy, so I put 12-pound on it. This is my dad's. We went fishing yesterday at Binder Lake, caught 7 bluegill, put 2 in the freezer, ate the rest. I've got 4-pound line on this. Here's the specs. This is a 6'6" medium, 6 to 15-pound line. Does not say how much it's rated to cast. But I don't think you should cast more than 2 ounces with this. I'm thinking it can cast up to 1.5 ounces. But yeah, on to the next combo. Alrighty. This is another one of my dad's. This is actually a custom rod. There's no specs on this. He got this made for him when he was a kid. Even has his name on it, Jordan. It's got a reel on it. This is a little crappy Afala or Afal. I don't have a bunch of information on this, but there was this custom rod place when he went when he was a kid. His dad took him, and they made this custom rod for him. This is about like 6 foot, probably medium to medium light, and I think that's probably got 10-pound line on it. And I wouldn't cast more than an ounce and a half with this, but that's as much specs as I can give you. But yeah, on to the next combo. Alrighty. This next one is a push button. I kind of built this one by myself, kind of. So I've got well, first of all, this is a Zebco rod. And this is a Zebco, an old 202. I spooled it up with 15-pound line. No, yeah, 15. The specs on this is a 4 foot 6 inch medium light lure line weight 6 to 10 pounds, 1/16 to 3/4 of an ounce casting weight. So this rod It came from my grandpa. Oh, God bless me. It came from my grandpa. He had a spinning rod on it, so I took that spinning rod off, and it was a catfish. Yeah. He had a spinning reel on the rod, and I took the reel off and made it my catfish rod. Not rod, reel for a little bit, but now I got a different one. So now I use this rod for this. This thing's kind of crappy. It needs some WD-40. It doesn't cast very well. But yeah, that's that. It came off of one of my dad's rod and reel combos. He found it in the trash because he used to work at Cloud Containers. So yeah, next one. About to do the thing. Alrighty. This is my big sister's combo. It's a Shakespeare. Got this from Walmart when we were kids. It's the Shakespeare Verge. This is a real. It's a rod and reel combo. We got it from Walmart when we were kids. I had the same one. The reel is over there somewhere. No, I forgot. I threw it away. It was kind of a piece of crap. And then my rod snapped. I took it out of the car too fast and closed the door in it. So yeah, 8-pound line on this. Got that tied on right now. She doesn't really fish with it, so now my little sister fished with it one time. She's never caught a fish before. So the specs on this, it's a 5/6 medium 6 to 12-pound line. I wouldn't cast more than an ounce with this. That's as much specs as I can give you. Next combo and last combo. This one's a weird one. Alrighty, here's the last combo. This is not mine. This is my friend's. It's an Ozark Trail bait caster. It's a pretty light one too. So this is my friend's. He leaves it at my house now, so that when he comes over, he doesn't have to bring his own fishing gear, except his tackle box. So this rod, it was his dad's bait caster, but now his dad doesn't fish, so now it's his. It's got 25-pound braid on it, little crappie jig tied on, and here's the specs. It's a 6/6, line weight 6 to 12 pound, lure weight 1/4 to 7/8 ounce. It's a medium. I would say this is more of a medium to medium light, but he's going to use it for lighter stuff. So this is probably, all right there, that's probably 3/8 an ounce, so almost half an ounce, and it casts really well. I will say the brakes on this, they're kind of cool. So right now, there's no brakes on it, 0. It just hit the ground. No backlash, no brakes. So it's kind of a cool thing, because usually with light stuff, you'll get more backlash than with heavy stuff, but not with this. When casting it, you don't even have to thumb it when casting, which is a normal thing with bait casters. But with this, you don't really have to thumb it when it hits the water either. When you're casting really light stuff or really, really heavy stuff, you do, but kind of with medium stuff and a medium cast, you kind of don't. So yeah, that is all of the combos that I have right back there. If you want me to do a video with all of my fishing gear, like terminal tackle, like lures, line and stuff, leave a comment down below. Remember, subscribe. 50 subscribers means I can do live videos. So yeah. Also, if you subscribe, drop it down in the comments and I'll shout you out in my next YouTube short or video. Thank you. Have a nice day.